Close your eyes now. Imagine nothing. No stars, no sky, no sound, no you. Just emptiness. But right there, inside that emptiness, God was already there, thinking, imagining, dreaming up a world he would love. Day one. Then he said just four words. Let there be light. And boom, light exploded into the nothingness like a billion flashlights. But the light was too much. It had no off switch, no calm, just all light all the time. So God said, let's divide it. Light for day, dark for night. Therefore time was born, and the world took its very first breath. Day, night, day two. But now everything was water, no sky, just a giant ocean that stretched forever. God looked and said, how can anything live like this? So he pulled some of the water up, high like pulling a blanket into the air, and made the sky. Therefore he created two layers, water above, clouds, water below, seas, and between them the air we breathe. Day three. But there was still a problem. There was nowhere to stand. So God clapped, and the oceans ran back like scared puppies. Land rose up, like toast from a toaster, mountains, valleys, caves, beaches, islands. And then the green came. Trees stretched, flowers peaked, fruits bloomed. God smiled, but they didn't move. They didn't grow. They just stood there waiting. They needed time and light and seasons. Day four. So God made a clock in the sky, a big one. The sun hung for the day, a soft one, the moon hung for the night, and a sky full of tiny blinking stars just to make it beautiful. But it wasn't just for show. These lights told time. They made seasons. They guided journeys. Therefore, Earth had rhythm. Spring, summer, autumn, winter, like music in the sky. Day five. God looked at the oceans and skies and thought, this place needs noise. So he filled the water with swimmers, tiny fish, giant whales, jellyfish that looked like floating balloons, and the sky, he filled it with wings, doves, eagles, parrots that sounded like laughter. Then he gave them a mission. Be wild, be many, fill the air, fill the sea. Therefore the earth started singing. Day six. The sky flapped, the sea splashed, but the land still quiet. God said, let it come alive. And just like that, elephants marched, zebras ran, giraffes peeked through trees, ants lined up like tiny soldiers. The world was buzzing, stomping, roaring, running. But God still wasn't done. Something was missing, something that looked like him, someone who could choose, who could love, who could dream. So God bent down. He scooped up dust, just regular dust. He shaped it with his own hands into a person, eyes, hands, feet, a heart. Then God leaned close and breathed, and the person blinked, took a breath, came alive. That was the first human, Adam. Then God made Eve so he wouldn't be alone, and he gave them the earth like a gift. Take care of it, he said. Name the animals, plant the seeds, be kind, be curious, be human. Day seven. God looked at it all, the light and dark, the sky and sea, the birds and bees, the people, the trees, the stars, the breeze, and he said, this is very good. So God rested, not because he was tired, but because he was finished. Therefore he made rest holy. He pressed pause so the world could just be. Remember that silence in the beginning? The empty nothingness? Now there's light. There's you. There's this incredible world spinning around a sun in the middle of a galaxy. And it all started when God whispered, let there be light. Which day do you think was the coolest? drop a comment below. And if you want more stories like this, hit subscribe so we can explore more together.